Hey, everybody, welcome to the Addiction Unlimited podcast, where you get to learn everything you want to know about addiction and recovery. I'm your host, Angela Pugh, co-founder of Kansas City Recovery, life coach, and recovering alcoholic. To learn more about me, you can listen to episode 0 on your podcast app or find us on the web at addictionunlimited.com. Being high functioning doesn't mean you don't have a drinking problem. And look, I understand why you feel that way and how easy it is to separate from the pack when your habits and struggles look different. It does create a sense of being different and not fitting in to traditional methods and programs. And it's hard to call yourself an alcoholic when your picture of what an alcoholic is not good. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to another bonus episode for the 30 Days to Fast Track Your Recovery series. I'm your coach, Angela Pugh. Now, let me ask you this. If you are high functioning, does that mean your problem is different or your lifestyle is different? And if you continue to view your problem as different, which is what you've probably been doing, then you could continue to stay stuck in yo-yo sobriety, wasting your time and energy for another 6 months or 2 years. So what do high-functioning problem drinkers do to be successful at sobriety? Well, we start with facing the real problem instead of being distracted by the lifestyle and the labels. Think about it. There are tens of millions of people with drinking problems across the globe. There's no way all of our details are going to be the same. How we live, our education, houses, jobs, cars, money, how much we drink, how often we drink, trauma, all of these details will vary to some degree. But our misuse of alcohol is the same. If you're like me and most of my clients, you use alcohol as a way to numb feelings and discomfort. You use it as a way to connect with your friends, to make laundry and kids and chores feel more doable, to escape the stresses of reality and adulting. So, isn't it more important to focus on the causes and conditions so you can get away from alcohol, get control of your life back, and be present with your family? Instead of continuing to focus on the lifestyles and labels and separating yourself from the rest of us by telling yourself you're different, and then you continue getting the same bad results you've gotten over and over again. You have to decide, do you want to continue focusing your time and energy on how different you are, or are you ready to get real results and get your life back? Your lifestyle isn't the problem. Drinking is. And the modern solution to sobriety and healing is the same regardless of your lifestyle. If you're ready to make a change and start getting control of your life back and get the sobriety and relief you really want, then make sure you're signed up for this 30 Days to Fast Track Your Recovery series. Because not only have I been providing an extra podcast episode each week and valuable resources to support you in your process, but I have more free resources coming. We've got a video series that's getting ready to release that will only be available to those of you that have signed up, and a webinar coming out in a couple of weeks that I'll tell you about in future episodes so you can make sure you're ready for that. But get signed up at addictionunlimited.com/fast track. And of course, I will link that in the show notes too. addictionunlimited.com/fast track. I'll link it in the show notes so you can get there right from your podcast app. Let's start focusing on your healing and getting real results, instead of getting caught up in distractions that are going to keep you stuck in yo-yo sobriety. I'm sure you're already spinning your wheels. So many people struggle with all these starts and stops and relapsing because they're focused on the wrong things. I want you to get focused on the right things so you can get the sobriety you want and get your life back on track. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you next week.
You've reached the end of another great episode of the Addiction Unlimited podcast. Candid and honest conversation about addiction and recovery. Be sure to visit us at addictionunlimited.com to join the conversation and access show notes and links to everything we talked about. Love this episode? Please take 30 seconds to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes to help us improve and give you the information you want. Thanks for listening. See you next week.